What's going on everyone, I'm Alex and this is my review of the MPIE T6S. I got this device from coolycool.com for $139. I used DHL at the time that I got it and the device made it here in only 7 days. However, they do have free shipping, but that takes a bit longer. So what do you get for $139? Well, you get a 5.5-inch display. It's a 720p display. You get a MediaTek 6582 processor. This is a quad-core processor clocked at 1.3 GHz. This is a 3G device only, so no LTE. You get 2 gigs of RAM and 4 gigs of internal storage. The rear camera is a 13 megapixel sensor and the front camera is a 5 megapixel sensor. This device is running Android 4.4.2. Let's take a closer look at the device. So the back here, it's made of hard plastic. It does scratch easily. There are a couple of scratches here and I only used it for a day. On the back here we do have a fingerprint sensor. Yes, it is a fingerprint sensor. We have the flash, the 13 megapixel sensor, the MPIE logo, and this is the rear speaker. Even though this looks metallic here, it's actually made of plastic. This is the power button right here. At the bottom here we have the microphone, and on this side we have the volume buttons. On top here we have the charging port and the data port, and this is the 3.5mm audio jack. On the front of the device we have the speaker right here. There is a LED notification light right here. This is the proximity sensor and the light sensor and the front facing camera. And even though you can't see it now, there are the 3 buttons right here and they do light up. Let's take a look behind. So this device does have an NFC chip and it does work. I'll show you that in a few minutes. In here you can put a memory card. I'm currently using a 4 gig memory card. It can take up 32 gigs, and this device is a dual SIM card, dual standby mode, so you can use 2 SIM cards in the same time. The battery here, it's a 3000 mAh battery. It does last quite a bit, so that's pretty good. Let's put this back. And next I'll turn on the device so you can see the boot up logo. So I'll turn it on. They have a pretty simple logo, nothing special. Maybe I can turn it on. Let me hold this longer. Okay, now it's on. So the animation logo, it's nothing special. If you don't take out the battery, it does restart very fast. But if you do take out the battery, it takes quite a bit longer to restart. So there we have it. The operating system, it does look really nice, nicer than anything else, but it does slow down the phone a bit, I found. So the settings are divided in a couple of sub-settings here. So in general you get this kind of stuff like language, screen gestures. I'll go into languages so you can see what languages this phone supports. So there are quite a few. Next, this device has screen gestures. So it does have the double tap to wake up feature, so I'll demonstrate how that works. So you turn off the phone and you just double tap like on the LG or any other phone that has the double tap function. It does work rather well. Let's go back to the settings menu there. This device also has a fingerprint scanner. I'll show you how this works. However, it doesn't work as intended. So now I'd have to swipe my finger on the back. However, it does take quite a few tries to actually get it to work. Well, it worked this time. Oh, and this time. This only happens in the video. So let's try to set this up. You have to swipe the same finger basically a few times. Alright, so we'll just put a password, I don't know, let's put MPIE 1234. And I will lock it up, and I'll try to unlock it with the fingerprint. So it didn't register. We'll try again. Didn't register. So it didn't work. That's the reason why I didn't actually use the fingerprint lock. I mean, it does work sometimes, but you have to try quite a few times. It did work this time, so it's not very reliable. I mean, it takes you much longer to do this than to actually enter a passcode or something. So as you can see, I keep trying and nothing happens. Basically, just do this on the phone. So it does work sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. So okay, this one this time it worked. Next, the notification light. So basically the LED light right there. I'll show you how that works. The storage, well, you don't have that much space available because it only has 4 gigs of internal storage. So yes, that is unfortunate. However, you can install apps and whatever you want on the SD card. So if you basically install a 32 gig SD card, it's gonna be much better. Nothing special for the sound. The display has just the regular settings, and that's about it for the phone itself. I'll show you the Android version, so it's 4.4.2. I did install the Google camera on it, and yes, it is indeed a 4.4.2. I'm not sure if this device will get any updates or not. Next, let's check out the multi-touch test. So you can touch the screen in 5 places in the same time, which is decent and pretty much normal for these Chinese devices. Next, I want to show you the Antutu benchmark. This is pretty normal for this device. As you can see, it's 18,000. I got 18,500 at another test and about 17,500 at the other test. This is pretty normal for this type of device with the MediaTek processor. Here we can see some information about the device. The screen resolution, however, it's not right in here. It is only a 720p display. And the basic information about the device here. Next, I'll check out the GPS test. We're inside the house, so it will take a couple of seconds to actually get a lock. But it is very fast and very accurate. I did like that about this phone. As you can see, we do have 2 gigs available. I'm using 1 gig right now, and 1 is still available, so that's pretty cool. Next, I'll check out the sensor box. So this will show us whatever sensors the device has. So it doesn't have that many, but it does have a few. It does cost $139, well, $136 with the coupon that's in the video's description. Next, I'll show you the LED test. So we'll just do this. Now you can see that the LED flashes all the different colors that it can change. So it does work really well, and it's very bright. The compass works very good as well. The flashlight, basically the have it in the SOS mode. Let's put it on. So it's not the brightest there, but it does work. Now the unfortunate news about this device, I cannot get the camera to work in any mode. So this happens when you turn on the camera, nothing else happens. There is a software problem. I wish I could find the ROM so I can flash it again. I'm sure it would solve the problem, but I cannot do anything at the moment because I can't find the ROM. So keep this in mind. This may be wider spread, I'm not 100% sure. We can check out the settings app, but that's all we can do. So it has a couple of modes in here. It is very well made, like it looks, the software on it looks very nice. However, I was very disappointed about the camera because it was supposed to be a nice camera. Next, let's check out the gallery app. Unfortunately, this has something to do with the camera and sometimes it crashes, but it's definitely from the camera's problem. So you can see you can scroll through pictures pretty quick. These pictures I did not take with this phone, I just uploaded them on the phone. Next I'll check out the NFC on this device. So this device has NFC. My OnePlus One also has NFC, so I'm just gonna open, I don't know, YouTube for example, and I'll touch the two devices, touch the beam, and it should show up right on here, and it did.
All across Canada, hardworking families are benefiting from tax relief, such as...
So I'll do this again so you can see it again. So basically you get out of this app, let's close it, alright, and you take the phone that has the NFC enabled, so the OnePlus One, you just touch to beam and it will show up on this device. So it does work really well. Since we are here, I'm gonna show you the loudspeaker on the device. And it is pretty loud. I mean, I have no problems with the speaker, it works really well. So that's how the NFC works on it. It's pretty cool to have. I mean, for 139 bucks, it's good to have. Next, let's make a quick phone call.
To perform common transactions, such as checking your usage, your account balance, or making a payment.
It is pretty loud. I talked with a couple of people and everybody heard me fine, so that works well as well. The Play Store, it's right here. It's a bit changed, but it's because of the skin from this device. The launcher doesn't have anything special. I mean, it's pretty boring, you can't really change anything. So it is like this. You can use Nova Launcher if you wish. It would give you more options. Next I'll check out the FM radio app. So I'm gonna have to install, put the headphones on. I'm using these headphones. And as you can hear, it works fine. Next I'll open the browser and show you how it does. So let's open this page again. I am on Wi-Fi at the moment, so it loads pretty fast. So zooming in and zooming out works okay after the page loads. I'll check out another website, so let's try eBay. I'll just open a random listing here. I'll give it a second to actually load. So it does work okay. I'll quickly open YouTube and just play a random video. So my subscriptions here, and you can see that the quality is 720. So the screen, it's pretty nice. I can't say any bad things about the screen. Let me turn up the brightness for a couple of seconds, so you can see how the screen looks at full brightness. It is gorgeous, I have to say, one of the best screens on a Chinese device I've seen. The viewing angles are excellent, like you can see even with the phone turned all the way. So the screen is gorgeous indeed. I'll turn back down the brightness so we can actually see on the camera. Next I'm gonna play a quick game so you can see how it performs for gaming. This is Modern Combat 5. So it's a quite intensive game, but it does work pretty good.
3 weeks ago, the World Liberation Army.
Extraction location, over. Hold up. Come on. Let's go. Thanks.
So as you can see, it does work pretty well. This phone does come with a smart case, so I put a smart case on. Basically when you open it, the phone is gonna open. And it does have a couple of options here. So you can play songs from it, well, and that's about it. And you do see whatever messages and stuff you have, so it's pretty cool, considering that the phone only costs $139 and you do get a smart case with it. You can also change some settings for the smart case in here. So if we go to display, you are able to change the color of the smart case, whatever. So let's make it green, save it, and then we'll close this. And there we have it. So now it's green. Overall, this phone costs $139. You do have a fingerprint sensor that maybe if you try it more times it's gonna work better. I didn't like the fingerprint sensor. It's the same with this type of fingerprint sensor. So this is what the Samsung devices use. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm not too happy with this kind of fingerprint sensors. You do have the NFC in here. The screen is gorgeous indeed. Playing games on it works well. I wish I could have tried the camera. I was really excited about the camera because it was supposed to be a 13 megapixel sensor. Unfortunately, I cannot get it to work. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.